All praises due to my most high God, King of Black Supremacy. All praises due to my most high God, King of Black Supremacy. All praises due to my most high God, King of Black Supremacy. You know what I don't get? I don't get how people that work for white supremacy corporations, mundane roads, corner stores with the Arab, white crackers especially, can judge anybody who panhandle, who beg, who's living on the streets, regardless if they're drunks, or they smoke crack, or they do any type of drugs. How are you better than them? And they're actually free. They might be doing drugs and drinking, but they chose to not fuck with that white man. They chose to live on the streets. And you chose to be the white man's bitch and his slave and work for his corporation and make him rich. I went to the store to get some cookies, some Oreos. And, it was a person out there panhandling. And it was a old guy. I say maybe 60, maybe late 50s, working for the store. I always speaks to him. He speaks to me. He's very respectful, So I brought just enough for my cookies. And when I came out the store, he had asked me for just a little bit of change. And I told him I only brought enough for what I came here for, and I got you next time. But the spirit was like, that's a checkpoint. He needs something, even if it was just to go home, get a little bit of change, a couple of pennies, and give it to him. Give him something. Sometimes the spirit, will move you to do things. And sometimes people that are on the corner, regardless if they're on drugs, drinking, or whatever, they're panhandling. Those are angels in disguise. Those are God's workers. Regardless to how you may look at it or not, the Spirit moved me to help him out. So, son told me, ask this old man who's working for the store, he's always nice and polite, always try to talk respectfully, stop and talk. So I was like, old school, you got some change or spare dollar I can get real quick? If you need it back, I'll give it back to you. He was like, oh, let me see. I might not, but let me see. He pulled out $1 and put it in my hand. And respectfully, what I did was be very honest and frank with him. It's not for me. I'm about to give it to him right there. Oh, no. I know what he's about to do with it. He out here all the time. So, you're out here all the time working for these fucking pigs. I mean, what's wrong? What's wrong with helping people? Regardless if he's begging for it, panhandling, whatever. Regardless of what it's for. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was for crack, cocaine, heroin, liquor. I wouldn't give a fuck. But I'd rather give somebody 50 cents than a person have to, smack somebody upside the head to get 30 cents. Or steal out somebody's house and they, how crazy people is, beat them up over 30 cents. And it's like, obviously you had it to give to me, and I just came out the store, And I said, you know, because he was like, I'm not, you got to give me my dollar back. So I was like, you know what? It's for me. And what you gave it to me, what I'm going to do with this dollar, I'm going to do what I want. And because your mind is structured like that, I'm going to, when I see you, give you back your dollar. Can't really do anything. You gave it to me already. You know, so as I handed it to him, you know, I said, you know, don't be out here too long. Get what you need to get, you know, and get gone. You know, don't be making no trouble out here. You know, don't be bothering nobody. And just to show him how the spirit work and how God works through people, I made sure the old man heard when I said, and make sure when you see old school out here, you protect them and you look after him. And you make sure don't nobody be bothering him while he out here working. Because old school about like late 50s, 60s, and this was like a young cat. Maybe 28, maybe 30, maybe even younger than that. You know, and he was like, you know, so he stayed there, little young dude stayed there. So I stopped and I was walking away from the old school. He was like, and he stopped me, he was like, I don't like helping them, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, they out here, they can get a job. I said, what's wrong with him begging for money? What's wrong with him panhandling? You know, if I can work, he can work. He only getting that stuff. He only getting that crack. Excuse me, sir. By the looks of it, it looked like you might have maybe smoked some crack and or either did some cocaine or some type of drug with how your teeth are looking. They look rotten out, you know, and you know, and I can be wrong, but it's evidence that you done did some drugs in your life, so you shouldn't judge. You know, we all been young. We all, you know, what I'm saying, you can give them guidance and be the example, but you know, the fact that he's actually free and you're working for a pig, he's doing a little bit more better than you because you're a slave. You know, you're a slave crackhead. He's a free crackhead. You know, and as I was talking to him, the little young kid, little young boy, young man, walks away. Now, mind you, didn't nobody else come to the store. I was at the store for like maybe 15 minutes talking. He walks away with his dollar. That was nothing but the spirit testing. You know, the spirit will test you to see where your heart is when it comes to your own people. How greedy you is and how much you want to work for this white man and where your heart is when it comes to your own. You know, and how you can recognize and reflect as yourself within somebody else. You want somebody else to do good by you. You have to do good by somebody, you know, by somebody else, you know. Be the example of that, you know. But he walks away. I didn't say nothing to him. But I'm talking to him and he's like, oh, he's like, oh, I have to work. I have to pay these bills. I have 4 people in my house. Woo, woo, woo. I said, well, for one, you're choosing to take care of all 4 of those adults. And for 2, if it was just you, and if the other 4 adults, you know what I'm saying, really wanted to be free and didn't want to be a slave of the corporation no more, you know, you would get a tent and go into the woods, you know, and, you know, work until you can get your own business or panhandle, you know, or either start your own business, whatever one. But the fact that you're upset that you have to work or you choose to work for this white man, don't take it out on nobody else. Think about that. That's a choice you're making. You know. And it kills me how our people are so judgmental They have forgotten. And it's like, he asked the question, well, how did they get like that? You know, why is it so many people, so many young people and older people out there like that doing that stuff? I said, for one, because of the oppression and slavery and the Willie Lynch syndrome and the spell of the white man and the, white supremacy structure. And it's like, he said, we're up under a spell and a curse. I said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's up under his own spell and curse, and so are you, sir. The fact that you think that you believe that you have to work for a cracker or his system, in order to get by or survive out here. You can get a tent and live in the woods and be free if you really wanted to be free and wanted your freedom. But he didn't want his freedom. That was the curse. I wanna pay bills. I'm like confused. You want to be stressed out? You want more gray hairs? You want to be, you know, you talk about how tired you are, but you couldn't be too tired. You know, stop, speaking about what you're tired of. Stop speaking about what you're sick of. When things gonna change. My nigga, when you put your foot down and change them for yourself. Can't nobody change you but you. If you want your situation to change it. Study. View other opportunities and other ways of changing your life and you don't have to work for no white man. My choice is rebel. Don't work for no white supremacy system. Get you a tent, go out in the woods, you could do, if you want, do side gigs, but panhandle, you know? But we have to stop judging each other. You don't know who you're judging. We have to learn to stop judging a book by its cover and judge yourself. Judge yourself of why you're looking at him like that. If he's fucked up, he's a reflection of why you're fucked up. Sometimes it's good to give just a little 2 cents, a little 15 cents to folks. Just to put in their ear, put a little battery in their back, just to make them think. Because people think that they are forced to work for this white supremacy system, and you're not. You're not. You're not. Homeless people is the freest people ever. We're free. We don't have to worry about anything. And I wouldn't consider them being homeless. I just consider them not fucking with the white man system. Modern day people, white supremacy people would call them, homeless people. But I choose to call them people who just bucked against the system. I'm not about to fuck with this white man. I'm not about to spend another dime to this white man system. I'm going to put all my money into me and focus on me and taking care of me. You can't take care of yourself when you're taking care of a white man system. You working at a white man job making him rich. Because while he getting rich, you dying and you get poor. Don't get trapped into the white man job. Leave out of there before it's too late. Leave. You don't have to work for a system. You're choosing to pay bills. You're choosing to pay that car note. You're choosing to do all that. Because you want to live in a mundane, luxurious, you want attention. You want people to look at you. You want to look good. And that's your choice. But it's going to cost. Free yourself from that mundane mind. Free yourself. Think. And free yourself. Love yourself enough to free yourself. Leave and don't look back. And know that you're making the right choice. You have to leave his system so you can find the God within you. Because while you're at his systems and working his jobs, you won't be able to find the God within you. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. They work you to the bone. I hopped in the system a couple times and worked. That shit ain't, I'm good. I'm good. You know, it'd be different if you had a job and they let you work whenever you wanted. But those those white supremacy jobs where you gotta clock in and be at you working for 8 hours for minimum wage. No, you're working like a slave and they paying you like a slave, and y'all happy to be doing that shit. I'm straight. Nah, I'm not working for 6, 7 hours for no little bit of money just to go to sleep, just to be tired, can't do nothing, can't cook, go right to sleep. That's all I did when I worked. I would work, come home, go to sleep, be so drained out of my mind, didn't want to get back up to go back to work, went to work, drained. So when I got home, I lost weight. I stopped eating. Like, y'all don't understand how damaging white supremacy structure and mundane world is. Get out before it's too late. Get out before you can't get out. Get out before you get trapped. Come and join King Noble Black Supremacy. Come and praise your Most High God, King Noble Black Supremacy. Come so we can teach you how to tap into the God within you, so you can recognize the God outside of you, and you can proclaim the kingdom forever. All praises due to my Most High God, King Noble Black Supremacy. All praises due to my Most High God, King Noble Black Supremacy. All praises due to my Most High God, King Noble Black Supremacy. The choice is up to you. Live or die. You want to live, be free, or you want to die and be a slave?